So we're kind of late on this. I've just been, catching up on other news and IRL stuff, but we're finally getting to it today. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we are going to be going over Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Very excited to read this with you guys, give my thoughts on it. This will be my second read and review. I did one for the Spider-Man 2 prequel comic that came out a while ago. So yeah, this is going to be the second one. We are going to continue this when the second issue comes out as well. I think it drops soon. I gotta check when. They did reveal some stuff for that second issue, like Shocker will be in it and a couple more things. We'll go over that like in another video. But yeah, I've heard so many good things about this run. I'm really hoping that this is what we've been asking for in a Spider-Man comic, because we all mostly know Amazing Spider-Man is cooked, or it's been cooked since Zeb Wells anyway. But yeah, with that, let's get straight into it. One quick question though, when you guys read Spider-Man comics, whose voice do you hear? Comment down below, okay? Let me know. For me, it's Chris Daniel Barnes. I love his Spidey voice. Yeah, that's my favorite. So we're gonna do this a little different than the last time I did this, or the first time I did this. I think I had just the comic page on the screen while I read it, and that was it. But this time we're gonna do this instead. Hopefully I can figure out a good layout with this. We're gonna have, the comic page and then my face cam, but I'll try to make it to where I'm not in the way of anything or whatever, So yeah, let me know if y'all fuck with this, or if not, that's cool too. But yeah, let's start Ultimate Spider-Man 2023, I think. #1, we got the family variant cover. So yeah, let's do it. Oh, this is like the prequel text or whatever. 20 years ago, the Maker prevented a radioactive spider from biting a young Peter Parker. He likewise prevented the creation of any other superheroes and formed a secret council to rule the world from the shadows. When Tony Stark learned the dark history of his universe, he sought to undo it, prompting the Maker's council to attack Manhattan, killing thousands, and frame Stark for it. Peter Parker has lived his life unaware of the Maker's council or the truth behind the spider, but that is about to change. Okay, it's interesting. I don't really know what the Maker is. I think there's like a tie-in comic or some shit that like you read before this one with this Ultimate Universe. I haven't read it though, so I'm not sure if that's what it has to do with, but I guess we'll figure it out. We'll see. All right, so the first actual page, not gonna lie y'all, I had to turn like my light up there on, because I can't see like the page that well, like the colors and shit. But yeah, the lighting's actually not that bad. I thought I couldn't get the lighting to work good with like the light above me, but it actually kind of looks good from what I see, at least on OBS. Kind of whitewashed, but like I'm white, it is what it is. Anyway, all right, so yeah, page 1. All right, so we're looking at a snowy night in the city of New York, and then the bottom, so it's January. Peter Parker, you are not getting any younger. I think that's MJ. And then old Peter, damn, this art looks fucking fire, bro. Peter looks good too. Peter is looking good over there too. Okay, so he's walking in to his house, apartment, whichever. Oh yeah, snow emergency in New York. Okay, so it's snowy. He's taking his belt off, putting his stuff away. As he walks in, he's putting his ring on. Okay, and then next page, he walks into what looks like the kitchen. Morning, guys. And we see his son and his daughter. They look good, cute. Dad, hey Dad, you sound tired. Late night? Yes, Richard, it was. Oh, his name's Richard. Okay, what are we eating, May? Bacon. Mom made extra. It's over by the thing. Nice. Did she also happen to... Yep, in the pot. Thank God for Mom. Thank God for coffee. Oh my God, MJ! Yo, she looks so good, bro. Oh my God. Yo, she gives me like cool mom vibes. I don't know. Like, we'll see. And I gotta say, Tiger, you look like you need it. Morning, MJ. That bad? A little rough around the edges. I didn't hear you come to bed. It was late. I didn't really sleep. Didn't sleep or couldn't sleep? A little bit of both. That's to be expected, right? Today is, well, not today, kiddo. You want to talk about it? Yes, I do. All right, now I gotta run. I promised I'd head into the office and then we have the thing. But yes, we'll talk later, okay? Count on it. All right, bye guys. Bye, Dad. Oh my God, this is so wholesome so far. And then, oh shit, here we go. The Daily Bugle. Hello, Peter. Hey, Betty. Oh, Betty Brant. Okay. Any word on what's Parker? Parker. Oh, hey there, Peter. Morning, boss. No time for chit chat. Parker. Ben Parker, managing editor. What? Parker. My ears work fine, Jonah. There's no need to yell. Then why didn't you answer? Because you were yelling? No, yeah, literally. Like if you yell at me, I'm not gonna answer you. Fuck you. like come and talk to me, bro. Yeah, but I only yell because you're old and I worry you can't hear. What? Exactly. Oh my God, wait a minute, who the fuck is Ben Parker? Wait a minute, wait, is this like, you know, Uncle Ben? What the fuck is going on here? Okay, I mean, I don't know, let's find out. Let's continue. Is there something you need, Jonah? Our meeting at 4. I just found out that the money is insisting all of management be there, but I know you've got your thing and I can try to push it back if you need me to. It's not a problem. I'll be back. Okay, here's your guy. Hey Ben, ready to go? I was ready 15 minutes ago, Peter. Why are you late? Well, it's probably because I was neither on time nor early. That's cute. Kids these days, always being cute, always being clever. Not clever enough to show up on time, but clever nonetheless. You guys should have your own show. Why would we need that when we have our own paper? Alright, Jonah, I'll be back at 4. See you then. Peter, hold up a second. Where's your tie? I don't wear... Actually, I don't even think I own one. You have to wear a tie. Take your jacket off. How do you think he's doing? Have I ever told you how much we love to sit around and talk about our feelings, your uncle and I? Yeah, but how do you think he's doing? Your uncle is the toughest son of a gun I've ever met. Asking if he's okay is kind of like asking about the durability of stone or some other geological remnant of another time. Saying that, how about you and I, regardless of how it appears he's doing, keep a close lookout for any cracks we might see. Can we agree to that, Peter? Yeah. Alright, all done. And while you're still not respectful, at least you look respectable. Thanks. If you really want to know how your uncle's doing, you could always just ask. Okay. And Peter, I'm gonna want that tie back. Okay. Okay, so that is Uncle Ben. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we're at snowy New York again, looking at the city. Peter goes, so, everyone's wondering if you're doing okay. Everyone is not wondering if I'm okay, Peter. Everyone doesn't care. It'd be like that. We work at the Bugle, so you and me, we're in the words business. If there's something you want to say, don't hide your intent. Just go ahead and say it. Then, everyone will respect you more because you did. Okay, fair enough. I'm worried about you. Why? Why? What do you mean, why? You won't talk about what happened. You haven't said anything, not one word about how you're doing or how you feel. This is interesting. That they're kind of alluding to some weird shit we don't know about yet. Peter, you were 15 when your parents died. You came to live with May and I. That first year was hard for you. Heck, it was hard for all of us. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so... Alright, wait. Let's get through the rest of this page first. But we loved you unconditionally. We protected you. I tried to teach you about the world and prepare you for it. While May was better at all this kind of stuff. But the one thing we never tried to do was replace your parents. Because we couldn't. Now that was 20 years ago. It's been a long time, but has one day gone by that you didn't think about them? Is there one day that it doesn't hurt that they're gone? No. Then you know exactly how I feel. And then they're in a crowd of people. Okay, so instead of him getting bit by the spider, his parents died? Is that what's going on here, I guess? Interesting, okay. Alright, let's continue. Next page. I don't suppose we'll ever understand acts of terror. It lies well beyond my comprehension, far... Oh, wait, hold on. I just missed something. I don't suppose we'll ever understand acts of terror, and May Parker is on, like, a stone or something. And then the next one, the next panel, it lies well beyond my comprehension and far removed from my ideology or faith I call my own. To me, it looks just like madness, but I suppose after his actions that day, it no longer matters. Whatever Stark believed died with him. Oh, okay. So I think I'm kind of starting to understand what's going on. Yeah, so like that like prelude page or whatever is like pretty much what happened or whatever. But it was kind of confusing though, because I'm like, okay, what does this have to do with anything? So just for like my sake, like I'm gonna reread that part real quick. Okay, so basically, yeah, somebody prevented, whoever the maker is, I don't know who that is, prevented people from becoming superheroes. And also on the last like panel that we just read from, it says Norman Osborn, Emily Osborn, May Parker seem to be all dead. Okay, wait, so Aunt May isn't here? What I do know is that years from now, decades from now, the memories of that man will fade, while the memories of the others who died on that day will not, because of you. Yes, they were taken before their time, and yes, heaven is more crowded today than we would prefer. But as you wake and work, then sleep and dream, it will be of them. And when you recall each sweet memory of the departed as the love swells within your heart, I encourage you to listen closely. Listen and you will hear your angels singing. On the memorial behind me, you will find two names that belong to our last speaker. He is one of you. Their names were Norman and Emily Osborn, and this is their son, Harry. Okay, so Harry's in here, let's see. Okay, he looks cool. No waves, but that's fine. That doesn't really matter too much. Thank you, Father. Emotional day. And Father Murdoch is right. The air is thick with memories. The one I keep thinking of, one I can't seem to stop thinking of, is from when I was 7. It was the first time my dad played catch with me. Now, I don't really like baseball, and he didn't like baseball, but there it is, haunting me. And it wasn't until today, really, that I figured out why. It's because in that moment, the entire world was just the ball. Me and my dad. Like, that was the only thing that mattered. Like, I was the most important person in the world. And now I'll never be able to make another memory like that with him. We all lost someone. Mothers, fathers, siblings, sons, daughters. And like Father Murdoch said, they will live on in our hearts. We will always remember them. But I have to be honest, I'm not sure that I'll ever be able to move on or get better. Because when I'm all alone, in the quiet of the night, it isn't angels I hear singing. I hear a ball hitting a glove. I hear screams and sirens. I hear all of us crying out in pain because a part of our future was stolen, and in exchange, all we get were memories. It's just, it's not enough. And I'm not sure any of us should be expected to live with it. Damn, this shit getting deep. Can't lie. MJ goes, well, except for the bit at the end, I thought that went as well as possible. Have you ever met the guy? Yeah, once. Seems like a different person, but, you know, completely different circumstances, MJ says. Ben told me he interviewed his father quite a few times over the years, but he never got even a hint of who Norman Osborn really was. Billionaire businessman, ruthless competitor, founder of Oscorp Industries, and loving father. You never know, I guess. I guess maybe, Peter goes. Anyway, you guys headed back home? MJ goes, yeah, let's go, kids. Peter goes, okay, minus any major crises, I'll be home in a bit. His daughter goes, bye, Dad. And we're back at the Daily Bugle, and everybody is looking at Peter and, oh wait, no, my bad. Everybody's looking at Jonah in like a boardroom or whatever. Peter and Ben walk in. Peter goes, what the? And it looks like Jameson's throwing a fit and throwing newspapers around everywhere. And then he bursts out the room. I quit. Oh God. Everyone's kind of like, oh shit. Go to your desk, Peter. Keep your head down. We'll catch up later, Ben goes. As Ben goes into the boarding room that Jameson just bursted out of. So did I miss something? Oh shit, is that Robbie right there? I think that's Robbie. You did, Ben. We've been informed that there is going to be some editorial restructuring at the paper. Jonah didn't care for the changes. And how do you feel about them, Robbie? Ben goes. Robbie replies, I'm 2 years away from maxing out my pension, and I feel that would be a good idea. Ben goes, sure, we all gotta have something to fight for. Mind if I ask what the changes are? Robbie replies, there is an ever-increasing number of complaints from our advertisers about some of our more inflammatory content. Specifically, and I apologize for bringing this up today, they are uncomfortable with how dogged the Bugle is being while looking into the Stark terror attack, and they don't really care for the most recent direction of our coverage. So we're going to be making some changes at the behest of both the board and broader ownership in general. Ben replies, and how do you think I should feel about that? Pleased at your good fortune. After all, nature abhors a vacuum. Kingpin goes, I think that's Kingpin. What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Fisk? Ben replies, yep, that's Wilson Fisk. Jameson's out, and now the paper needs new leadership. You are the obvious choice, and so I suppose congratulations are in order, Mr. Parker. It seems you've got yourself a promotion. Okay, interesting. That's if you want the job, of course. And if you can, toe the line. Okay. I'm like slightly confused. A little I'm a little confused, but like what, you know, we're gonna continue. So Fisk sits down in that boarding room. Ben heads out. He's going to the elevator with Jonah. So what are we gonna do now? Ben goes to Jonah. Okay, and then we're looking at the city. Later, Fisk is getting out of his car, and then explosion. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Where's Spider-Man? What's going on here? Holy shit. Green Goblin. Okay. Or like goblin looking armor, at least. Is this Tony Stark in here? Is the Goblin Tony Stark? Because like that's kind of crazy, actually. That's like weird. But we see Green Goblin. Wait, that's so weird, actually. Hold on. So right, we see Green Goblin, and then we kind of see like, I think that's this like driver or whatever that was opening the door for him. And then we see the same mask as the Green Goblin above, but on the bottom it's yellow. Or maybe that's just the lighting, I don't know. And then we're at a bar with no name. Most of you guys probably know what that is, but yeah, it's a frequent bar for criminals and shit like that. Criminal underworld bar. Someone's saying, I'm not saying no, but are you sure that? And the other person replies, I am. And then, oh, okay, it's Ben and Jameson in the bar with no name. I don't know why they're there, but we'll see. Come on, we're both old enough to know the definition of insanity, so why would we quit one job and then turn around and do the same thing all over again? Jameson goes. Ben replies, the point is that this time it'll be different. Jameson says back to Ben, okay, still, why? Ben goes, can you think of a single other thing you're good at? And Jonah goes, not really. You? Ben goes, not anymore, as he takes a drink of his beer. Jameson goes, we're gonna need a name. Then Ben goes, we're gonna need fire insurance. And Jameson goes, sure, because two old men sat down at a bar and set themselves on fire. Yeah, I'm confused. All right, let's just keep reading though. The news. I tell you, Parker, I've been doing this for 30 years and all I know for sure is that it's a dirty business. Jameson goes. Ben replies, we'll do it better this time. We'll do it right. And what's that look like? Doing it right? Jameson goes. Ben replies, it's easy. We tell the truth. Jameson goes, the truth. The truth? Jameson laughs or whatever. The truth. That's perfect. Thanks for that. Ben goes, what? You don't agree? Jameson goes, there are some things I like to believe in, Ben, that I'm not gonna die alone. That there is such thing as justice. But in this entire universe, there's only one thing I know for sure. And that's there's no truth in the news, and there's no news in the truth. Okay. Jameson goes, like I said, it's a dirty business. So how about this? We promise not to lie. I mean, isn't that the truth though? Okay, next page. They clink their beers together. Ben goes, sounds like a fair start. Peter shows up. Hey, look who decided to join us, Jameson goes. And Peter goes, I hope the two of you are enjoying yourselves. Everyone's running around the Bugle like someone set the place on fire. It's what we do, Jameson goes. Ben replies, did you get caught up in any of this? Peter goes, they gave Robbie the wheel and he knows I do a good job, so I should be fine. The real question is, what are you two going to do? Ben goes, we were just talking about that. We decided to start our own news business. Jameson goes, you want a job? And Peter rightfully goes, do you have any money? Jameson replies, that's a day two problem, Peter. Tonight, I am a man who is right with the world. Jameson goes, and then next page, think it's over. Night, Ben. Night, Ben goes to Jameson. And then Peter goes to Ben. Ben, I gotta know, how'd you do it? Ben goes, what? Peter goes, how do you blow up your whole life in one afternoon, then just start a new one? And Ben replies, Peter, my wife is dead, you're a grown man, and have a family of your own. Given the opportunity, I just couldn't take being in an industry of compromise 1 more minute, or 1 minute more. Why wouldn't I do what I did? It was an easy choice. Ben goes, what's going on, Peter? Peter goes, well, my wife is very much alive, and I have a family and responsibilities that exceed professional bliss. I don't know that I can blow everything up just because I want my life to change. Ben goes, Peter, no one's expecting you to join us. If you do, then that's great. And then Peter interrupts, I'm not talking about that. This is something else. Ben goes, are you and MJ okay? Peter replies, we're great. She's great. I think she deserves better than me, but she disagrees, which makes it even better. It's just, for the longest time, I've thought something was wrong with my life. Ben, that something was wrong with me. I can't really explain it, but now I just know that I've been right all along, and I don't know what to do. Ben just looks at him. Hold on, so like, is he not Spider-Man? And like, he knows he's supposed to be something else, but he's not. Is that what this is, kind of? And then Ben goes, you ever heard the saying, inaction is action? And Peter goes, yeah, sure. Ben goes, well, that's just a garbage way of saying don't spend your life waiting for something to happen. Make it happen. Peter kind of looks up at Ben and Ben goes, I love you, son. But if you're walking around half asleep, anthesized by your own life, then wake up. Good quote. I like that. Okay. Later in Peter's apartment, I think. He is in his daughter's room, tucking her in, I think, and then he goes into Richard's room. I don't know his daughter's name. I think it's May, but I don't think they've said it yet. But he goes into Richard's room. It's your bedtime, Richard. Your sister's already asleep. Richard goes, can I finish this chapter I'm on? Peter says, depends what you're reading. Richard replies, A Tale of Two Cities. This is the original, unedited, all year round edition. Peter replies, you're a ridiculous person, you know that, right? And Richard goes, I don't know what you're complaining about, Dad. You made me this way, and I'm cool with it. Peter goes, okay, fair enough. That chapter, then bed. Good night, kiddo. Night, Dad, Richard replies. Peter goes to MJ. Kids are down. MJ replies, uh-oh, you know what that means. That she's holding a glass of wine. Peter goes. MJ replies, spill it, mister. Peter goes, I don't even know where to start. MJ replies, they quit the Bugle? ? Peter goes, yeah, and decided to start their own thing. And they did this in like a 3-hour span of time. Total maniacs. Peter says, oh wait, my bad. MJ says, the memorial. I've never seen your uncle cry. It was, Peter says, yeah, and sorry I was late. But after that, and the work stuff, I felt like I should run by and check on him before I came home. MJ says, if you didn't, you would have been worried all night. Peter goes, probably. MJ goes, and that would have just got in the way. Of, Peter replies, of us talking about you, Peter. I know it's been a long day, but this morning, Peter goes, yeah. MJ replies, yeah, so what's going on? Peter just stares blankly and goes, I don't want to say something and then not be able to take it back. And MJ goes, well, that's just not how any of this works. But I do promise nothing's going to change how I feel about you or us. So Peter goes, I think I need a change. MJ replies, hey, when I quit to start my own business last year, you were 100% on board. And I mean, sure, we've got bills and kids. It might be tough. But why would you think for a second that I wouldn't be behind you doing something else? Peter goes, no, MJ. I mean, I need to change. MJ goes, oh, that. Peter goes, what do you mean, that? What the fuck is going on here, man? I'm so lost, not gonna lie, guys. Okay, so MJ goes, I know you, Peter Parker. You're an amazing husband and just lights out as a father. But you've been walking around for years with this cloud hanging over you. You put a good face on it, but you're not satisfied with who you are. MJ goes, do you know what you have to do? Peter said, I think so. Yes. MJ replies, are things going to change between us? Peter goes, never. MJ goes, well then, as she kisses him on the forehead, and she goes, that settles it, I'm going to bed. And you? Go get him, Tiger. Hey, okay. So Peter sits there, he's rummaging through his bag, grabs something. He's going up the fire escape exit to the top of the building. He Oh, it's like a spear thing he's holding. Okay, he's standing on the building. And then last night, okay, so he's on his computer, and then something's happening. It's some random person, I think, or something, or maybe it's in his head. I don't know what the color of the bubble means, but it's not him. Someone or something is saying, "This, Parker, Peter Parker, this is for Parker, Peter Parker." And that's not the same spear thing he was holding, right? I don't think so. No, I don't think that's the same spear thing he was holding in the previous page, but there's a bunch of electricity going around. Next page. Holy shit, Iron Man. Wait, that might not be the actual one though. "Hello, if this has gone as I hoped, I am speaking with Peter Parker. My name is Tony Stark, and while it's likely you know my father's name, you've probably never heard of me." Peter goes, "I got bad news for you, kid. After what you did, everyone knows your name." Okay, and then Tony Stark goes, "I'm sending this to you from 6 months into the future. There was an attempt on my and my companions' lives, and we only had seconds to escape before the orbital platform fired." Peter replies, "What?" Tony Stark goes, "So we went to the only safe place I could think of. I'm sorry that I can't be more specific than I am about to be, but we have to be careful, because this world is more complicated and dangerous than you could ever believe. And there's a component of faith to this that likely, or frankly, is unavoidable. All I can ask is that you please listen carefully." Psst. The thing opens, and oh, this is that spear thing that he just had. Oh, okay, so this happened last night. Okay, all right. I was kind of confused. Okay, "This is for you," Tony says to Peter. "Inside is a Picotech stealth suit to mask your identity and bioorganic catalyst necessary for you to undergo a post-human transformation." "What in the world is that supposed to mean?" Peter goes. Tony Stark replies, 20 years ago, you were supposed to be bitten by a radioactive spider. This would have given you amazing powers, and with them, you would have become one of Earth's most prominent superheroes. Instead, a great evil traveled through time and erased almost all the heroes of this world from existence. You were one of them." Okay. Alright, I'm starting to understand what's going on now. Tony continues, "He did this so that he and his confederates could treat Earth as kind of an experiment, an exercise in creating a society that could be perfectly directed and controlled." He continues on and says, "I am repeating this with others like you, and in 6 months, if I've done this correctly, I will exit this room to find an Earth that has regained its heroes, and together we will free the world. It is my greatest hope that you are among our number. You were supposed to have a different life, Peter Parker. You were supposed to protect the innocent, save lives, and inspire the citizens of this world to be their best selves. And instead, all of that was taken from you." Oh shit, boys! Oh shit! Now, okay, so we're back to that thing or whatever where he's on his roof, but it's still like Tony talking. I think he's thinking of the interaction. "These people stole your future. These people robbed you of your destiny. That question is, do you want it back?" As Peter opens the spear. Okay, he's opening it. There's a tube and it has a spider in it, assumingly the radioactive spider that was supposed to bite his ass. Okay, and as he looks at the tube with the spider in it and says, "I want it." And then the part where it says, where Ben says, "Then wake up." Peter opens the tube, the spider crawls out, Peter's looking, smiling. MJ is like, "And go get him, Tiger." Peter with his hand out and the spider is on his hand. That shit bites his ass probably. It's just him. We can't, he's like kind of like silhouetted out though. And then yeah, that's it. I think that's the end. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, it's not exactly what I was expecting. Okay, so I reread the book again, just kind of, make sure I understood most of what was going on, or in case I missed anything. And wow. Okay, so my thoughts on the book, alright? Let's start off with the relationship between Peter and his family and colleagues. That shit is strong as fuck. I'm fucking with it. That is probably my favorite thing here. There isn't really any Spider-Man in the book yet, which, I mean, okay, whatever, it's fine. We're gonna get Spider-Man probably in the next issue that comes out, which, that's fine, whatever. This first issue is basically just setting up this entire universe. The writing is really good so far. His interactions with his kids, Richard and May Parker, that stuff is great. The parenting's good, you know, just the whole entire family dynamic that they have going on with Peter, MJ, his kids, that shit's golden. And especially, again, his marriage with MJ, that shit is really strong. I love it. It's good. MJ gives off good vibes. I'm liking like her personality and how she's written. There's no strain between Peter and MJ. Again, parenting, marriage, good. Relationships overall are rock solid. As far as his work, so he's obviously working at the Bugle, although I will say, to me, it's not quite clear what he's doing at the Bugle. I don't know if he's a reporter, photographer, maybe reporter, probably. I don't think I've seen him with a camera, so I don't know. If you guys know, or like, if I missed something, let me know in the comments below. What I will say though about the book in general is that, so like the themes kind of lined up with the ending of this issue. Scarlet, what do you mean by that? Okay, so we see at the beginning of the issue, Peter isn't necessarily depressed, but he's kind of, you know, moping around, sort of getting ready for work, as we all do. Because, you know, who the fuck wants to go to work? Fuck that shit. But, you know, we gotta, you know, and such. But he feels off. Like, he wants something different to go on in his life, sort of. And, like, throughout the book, everyone around Peter seems to be changing. So that inspired him to change his life at the end into what it was supposed to be, essentially. With, like, how Ben said, fuck it, we don't want to be a part of the Bugle anymore. We want to create our own shit and change, like they changed their lives drastically from that decision. And also like how MJ said a year ago, she also did that as well, quit her job I think and created her own business, although I don't think it was mentioned what her job is or was. But things like that inspired Peter to change his life into what it was supposed to be, which I think is dope. This is an interesting take. So essentially, whoever this evil makeover, what was his name? I forgot. Okay, so this evil, the Maker guy, has prevented everybody from becoming heroes, including Spider-Man or Peter Parker. So Peter has had a normal life instead of the spider biting him at 15. His parents died instead, rather than when he was younger, like originally. So 20 years later, which means he's what, 35 years old roughly, he gets the opportunity to become Spider-Man. And I guess we're gonna see that in issue 2, so that's exciting. I was kind of iffy while reading this issue because I didn't completely understand what was going on, but looking back at it now and after like rereading it for the second time, this is a pretty solid start to this like series, and it's a good foundation to what hopefully will be a great series of Spider-Man comics. And honestly, like looking at this shit, it's still pretty insane that Ben is alive. And I mean, like, I'm not complaining. That's actually so freaking cool, because usually, like, of course it's him that dies, and he's the reason that, you know, Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man in the first place. You know, about the memorial thing though, so after doing some research, and to my understanding, the memorial service that they were at for all the lost lives, all of those people died from a huge explosion, and the public blames Tony Stark when in fact it was not his fault. And this happened in Marvel's Ultimate Universe one-shot, which ties into the last 3 or 4 pages of this book or whatever. The last 3 or 4 pages of this book ties into that event, I think. And like that's kind of where we're starting to get the more comic book stuff, which like that's fine or whatever, you know. Okay, did a little more research. To my understanding, the prequel to this book, the prequel to this book, right, is the 4-issue Ultimate Invasion miniseries, and then the Ultimate Universe one-shot. I haven't read any of those yet, but I might, just to get a better understanding of this backstory and like why people blame Tony Stark for this thing that he didn't do. One more thing I will say, who the fuck is the Green Goblin in this? Because Norman's dead. Is it Harry? It might be Harry, I don't know. I guess we'll see, or whatever, you know, because like who the fuck is this? What the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? But yeah, wow, overall this book so far is great actually, and there's so many like mini storylines that got started off from this book or whatever, that it sets up like those mini storylines. It sets up Peter and MJ's relationship. Their marriage is strong. It sets up the relationship of Peter and MJ with their kids. Everything so far is actually really amazing, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Just wow. Oh, I'm invested. Okay. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the book. What are your thoughts on the book so far? Are you fucking with it? Are you liking the marriage aspect, the kids, the fact that Ben is alive, all that good stuff? Or are you not really messing with it? You're kind of like, eh. And if so, let me know why. With that being said, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out every day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I try my best to cover confirmations, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media and whatever else I'm interested in. You know, we're also going to be, you know, keeping up with this comic book series. Also, real quick, let me know if you guys want me to do any others. I don't know what, so like, you know, just like suggest maybe like a comic you want me to like do like a read and review series on. But anyway, if that's what you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 5K. We are almost there, guys. We're like 80 away, I think. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and to check out my last upload at the top left. Hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.